Welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Sarah Bernard. Over the course of a working life, a woman will earn less than a man simply because she's a woman. Joining me to discuss this and other money-smart topics is Suzanne Gellman. Suzanne, welcome to STL TV Live.
Thank you for having me.
So happy that you're here to talk about women and finances. So why do you feel that women in particular need financial information?
Well, women tend to have been underserved in the past around financial information and financial education. I think women are also a little bit more intimidated by finances and need to hear it a little bit more, and often prefer to attend classes. And so it's not, I mean, they're just as smart about it. But I think that they're a little bit more intimidated about it.
So they're not getting the information, or they're not open to the information perhaps, and there's other options. And do you primarily teach women?
I teach the public, but I do have a lot of programs focused for women because women tend to be the ones often who attend classes as well, or want to get some of that face-to-face education.
And there's different phases in a woman's life. So she might just be out of college, she's single, she's starting a new career. And what are some of the things a woman in that situation might need to know?
Retirement. Starting to save for retirement sooner rather than later.
And probably convincing a 22-year-old that that's what they need to be learning is hard.
It is challenging. There was an article in the New York Times years ago that women in their 20s prefer to buy shoes than plan for retirement.
Yeah.
But women live longer. We need more money in retirement because we're living longer. I mean, there's all sorts of, and women tend to make less over their lifetime. So again, the sooner they start saving, the better off that they're going to be.
So the concept of saving for retirement when you're in your early 20s, it sounds overwhelming because we think at retirement we're going to need so much money. So how much specifically, and I know it's a variable based on a lot of different factors, but what's the smallest amount a young woman could start saving, and what's the best way to do that?
When people are first starting to work is the best time to just say, I'm going to take 10 to 15% out of my paycheck and put it away before I get used to living on it. That's the perfect time when you're just starting either a new job or your first job where you're all of a sudden have a jump in income. That's the best time to just take that money off the table, put it somewhere where you're not looking at it and not likely to spend it, and just start the habit then of putting
how do you recommend that people do that? That they set it up through their banks, through their payroll department, to get that money out of the picture right away?
Well, so it depends on whether they have access to automatic payroll deductions at work. If not, then absolutely bank, credit union, financial entity, they can, but you want to make it automatic so that it's happening every month. You don't have to think about it. You set it up once and it's happening for you. That's the way most people are successful at it.
And then it goes into a separate account where you don't see it. So then you start accumulating this money. What do you do with it? What do you teach?
Oh, that's a whole nother, I don't want to go into too much detail in that, but we talk about options for saving for retirement. We have classes that talk about not only 401ks and 403bs and IRAs, but also, mutual funds and index funds and all the different language.
So if a woman she saved her first $8,000, let's start small. Is that something that she can start doing something with?
Oh, absolutely. Like for example, mutual funds, most of the time you can start as long as you're direct depositing or getting automatic withdrawal, as little as $25 a month can get you started in saving for retirement.
Okay, and we're going to have to go to a break in just a minute, but let's jump forward. You have a woman whose kids are getting ready to go to college or off to college. She's close to 50. Different financial issues then, Suzanne?
Well, yes, and it sort of depends on how much she has saved and where she is and what decisions she's made. But I always say it's never too late to change what you're doing and be able to continue to save for retirement and make different decisions. But the sooner you actually look at where you are in saving for retirement, the more options are open to you to do something different that'll get you where you want to go.
Right. And there's plenty of women, though, who they're in the middle of their career, or they're just going back in the workforce after they've raised their kids, and they have many financial questions too. So I can imagine you stay busy. So we'll be back with more smart talk on your money, and stay with us.